All right. So I had ACL reconstruction about a month ago for an injury I had back in August and then again in October. Um, about last week, we noticed a bit of some inflammation on one of the incision sites. I had it looked at. It turned out to be a suture abscess, so we cut it open and we got rid of most of it, and we dumped a bunch of betadine in there to clean it out. What I'm going to show you today is the wound packing, wet to dry dressing. My wife is an RN. I won't be showing her, but it'll be a walkthrough to see how this particular cleaning works, or how this particular change out works. So here, I'm going to unwrap this. Okay. Now bear in mind this is going to get kind of gross, but hang in there. All right. An extra hand would be good if you don't mind. Oh man, that is sticking. Yikes. Okay. Now here's what clean incision sites should look like. And then go ahead. Nice and easy. Yeah, easy. Alright, there's one. Yikes. I think my hairs are growing back already. Yeah. Don't worry about the last one, just pull this down. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So there's the packing from last night still in the wound. I have to change this out 3 times a day. So we're going to go ahead, and she's going to get prepped. She's got her clean saline right here, gloves, new gauze. Just putting on our gloves right now. We want to make sure it stays clean. There's a little bit of tape there for after we're done. So she's going to pull this little ribbon out. Careful. Yep. Yep. And there's the wound there. Looking pretty good. We're trying to get some of that dead tissue out. And that's kind of the point of this whole thing. I had basically some sealant put in there after Tuesday. I ended up in the ER. This thing was bleeding a lot. And we couldn't get it to stop. So what happened was, finally, instead of just throwing a packing in there, we basically had to throw like a gelatinized quick clot in there in the ER. And then now I've basically got to clean all that stuff out. Over the next week or so, 3 times a day, we're going to be doing these new packings. So she very gently took that one out. Obviously, there's no bleeding in there. It looks pretty good, right? That used to be all black in there. Now you can see a little bit of the tissue. It's looking okay. What she's doing here is she's rolling up a new piece of gauze, twisting it up, right, so it'll fit nice and evenly in there with like a tail. She's doing it with her gloves, obviously. It's very clean. And then she's going to insert it very gently. And this starts out as a wet packing. She's used saline solution for this. She's going to very gently stick it in there. Yep. Running from one end to the other. Yep. She's got it. Yeah. Okay. And we put some pressure on it. Yep. And I'm going to hold it in place. There's no two ways about it. This part kind of sucks. So I'm going to hold it in there. She's going to throw the fresh gauze over top of it, and then I'll hold that. Okay, let me know when you got it. All right. So I'm going to hold that in place with a little bit of pressure down, and she's going to tape that in place. And there's not really much to it. It's basically just clean saline, new dressing. And this is... Yep, so she's got the top there. Yep, nice, and so we're pressing down nice and evenly, but with a good deal of pressure, just so it doesn't move. She's going to get another cross section of tape right there. Yep. I'm going to make sure it adheres to the skin really well. And then, yeah, that's wound cleaning. Thanks.